Yo. It's your boy, MF Crypto here, aka Quant, aka the Wife Changer, aka the Quant Father. Once again. And as always, I'm on a mission to help you build generational wealth. Welcome back to the channel, my fellow subscribers. And for those of you who may be tuning in for the very first time, do yourselves a major favor. Hit that subscribe button and click on the bell for notifications because I provide the single greatest quant network updates on all of YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. The time is now upon us. Quant network update. Must hold this critical level or we go much lower. And stick around because I've got some of my biggest haters to air out at the end of this video. They simply weren't paying homage to Quanstradamus. So now we gotta let them have it, the uncut raw. But first, let's hop right into this level I mentioned at the title of this video. Currently, we just jumped above $100 in that moment in time. That's got to be a good sign, ladies and gentlemen. But what I am hinting at here, we need to be above this $100 level for the foreseeable future. See how we're pinballing back and forth up and below the $100 mark currently. We need to maintain $100. We saw this dip here on the daily chart all the way down to as low as 98.17. You can see it right here. That's the 24-hour low. We need to regain $100 and establish that as support. That is absolutely critical. If we do not, and we start to fall lower, let's go back here. Let me break out this yearly chart here. I'm going to switch over to TradeView quickly. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the level that we don't want to lose right here. Right around the neckline here of this giant. Here's your left shoulder. Head and Shoulders is a classic trademark, very, very bearish setup here. And right here, we're seeing our left shoulder, our head, and our right shoulder that has been continuously playing out here. And I believe we're about to see that downside. We've broken underneath that $100 range, sitting right around that neckline. It's very similar to your neckline position, and it's a huge level psychologically because triple digits down to double digits is massive from a psychological perspective and trading perspective for the markets. But right here is where we don't want to miss. Right here is our final level of support. Right at around 94.4 in the $94 range is exactly what we need to be looking at, guys. If we lose this key level of support, this is our last level of support. If we lose 94.4, we are dropping down to the $80 range next. I guarantee it. It's coming, guys. There is no doubt in my mind. We do not want to lose 94.4 at all costs. And again, if BTC takes that massive dump that I'm expecting it to take, we will most likely fall under that 94.4 and visit those new target zones that I have been mentioning for months now. This is our last line of defense. Do not get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen. No one else is providing you this kind of alpha here over on YouTube. There's only a select few over on Twitter, and I've brought them to your attention in the past. Check them out. There's very few in this space that care enough to tell you the real deal about Quant and where it is headed. Its current trajectory is lower if we do not flip 100 back to support. If we do not reclaim $100 as support and start to make a bounce upwards towards the 110 range again. Now, let's switch over to my guy, San NL11, phenomenal, big quant advocate over on Twitter. He said, to me, it's extremely bullish. QNT isn't showing the token nor sells a lot of its tokens. It tells me they are confident in the future and they don't rely on retail to sustain their business. They know they are the king in interoperability and they act like it. He goes on to say they are literally between the biggest boys of all time. Last week, casual CBDC Bank of England trial, as I highlighted in my previous video. Next week on stage with ECB, Nexi, bigger than Swift in Europe. JPM, JP Morgan, Deutsche Bank. Yesterday, interview with R3, EY, and QNT, guys. I've highlighted these in the past. It's amazing what they are doing. DLT API gateways in the world's biggest networking trials. One enterprise consortium greater than 1,000 useless crypto dApps. The world's biggest companies working with Quant on the new interoperability standard initiated by Quant. Says enough. Guys, QNT is the one. And it is why I've dedicated my entire YouTube channel to it. Because I want you guys to win. I want us all to rise together. There's not many people out here that understand just how valuable Quant is, and they will be too late. You will be reaping the benefits and rewards of being on board the network of networks well before the crowds arrive. Give yourselves a big pat on the back right now, because you are a pioneer in this space. To be here in this moment in time, you are so damn early. It is incredible. You are a visionary, each and every single one of you. Now, here we go, baby. This is where Quantstradamus has got to shine. And God forgive me. Allah forgive me. But I got to say this next segment to all of you. I've got to bring it to your attention. And I got to air these people out, because they've been my biggest naysayers and haters, but also my biggest lovers at the same time. They secretly, behind closed doors, pay homage to your boy Quantstradamus. Because they love me. At the end of the day, they love me. It's all it is, you know? They got a soft spot for Big Papa in their hearts. Here we go. Feeling cute. Might do slow batch release over the next few days of all my favorites. Pay homage. No mercy for the perma bull clowns. Pay homage to Quantstradamus. Pay homage to your man Quantstradamus. Ooh, this is one of my favorites. Zaven, the broke boy rapper. Zaven, the vanilla colored. Zaven, the albino rapper. Listen, guys. On Twitter, shout this clown out, okay? He blocked me because of how badly I had been burning him. And I'd love to come back and dig in that rectum one more time. Maybe 3 or 4 more times. But tell this clown on Twitter to unblock your boy. Tell him. Because he could not stand how many times I was just burying him in the dirt. Here we go.
This guy did remind everyone to buy Quant for numerous consecutive days. He reminded everyone but himself. A like on this tweet will pay him homage, since he's left Quantless. Let him convince us now he miraculously called what comes next.
But I did, punk. I called sub 100 QNT. This tweet was back on January 15th, 23. Let's go back to that point in time, what price Quant was at. Just in case you need a little refresher. Little refresher for you. January 23rd. Here we go. Here we go, punk. Where were we at? We were at $143.53. And I was maintaining sub 100 Quant then, when all of you punks were saying it was going to come back. It was going to roar to the upside. We were going to go to 300. I got other tweets and comments on my YouTube page that you were saying 220 was coming next. You are a punk little girl. You are my son. Don't ever forget it. You are my little son. Saving the vanilla rapper, the albino rapper. You can't rap. I'm your father. Go get a day job. Pay your rent, son. Pay your rent bills, or ask your father for a handout. Unblock me, DM me, ask me for rent money. I'm here for you. I'm not going to turn my back on my son, even though he's a little punk. He just needs some growing up, and he needs some fatherly advice. I'm done with you. On to the next. Sad Satoshi, are you waiting for below $100? Never going to happen anymore. I guarantee sub 100 comes. He hits me with the Trump meme. Wrong. And we just saw Quant go under $100 yesterday. Pay homage. On to the next. Oh, here we go. This is one of my favorites. This guy is a total poser. He knows nothing about crypto and is a grifter. If Quant went to $4, then I wouldn't buy it. There's something systemically wrong with any project that would retrace that much. Fortunately for us holders now, it is an empire in the making, so I think it's doubtful we'll ever see below $100 again. Where you at? Where you at? 1041, where you at, brother? Because we went under $100 again. And it didn't take a global crisis like a COVID pandemic. It just went under $100. Quantstradamus proving correct. Once again. On to the next. Quant back below $130. Where my little moon girls at? Here's one of my favorite. This is another one of my sons. This is another one of my offspring. My bastard sons in my harem. I got multiple wives across the planet, across the globe. And this is one of my bastard sons. Quantaholic 14.88 million. At going broke. This dude goes broke on the daily. He is my broke son right here. At going broke. How very telling. You're going broke because you don't pay homage to your father, Quantstradamus. Under 130, huge support at 132. P.S. I'm right here, Bubba. Hits me with the catch me outside. How about that, girl? Embarrassing. Just embarrassing. And now we're under $100. Like I told you that it would come. It was inevitable. You need to start paying homage to your man Quantstradamus because he has your best interests at heart. Even when the haters swarm and try to pile on, I persevere. And I told you I'd be screenshotting these for the masses to air you all out. Cause you're frauds. You're just frauds. And Quantstradamus on the flip side, he's here for you. Don't ever get it twisted. That's all for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. This has been another feature presentation by MF Crypto, aka Quantstradamus, aka the Wife Changer, aka the Quant Father, the #1 source for all your quant needs. I'll see you next episode. Cheers.
If the lion is the king of the jungle, how can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks lunch. An elephant thinks run. And it's all mentality. Because when a male lion walks up, he may be outnumbered by a pack of hyenas, but I'm king of my jungle because of my mentality.
What happens when you're a gazelle and you're not being pushed, you're not being prodded, you're not given a reward, nobody's encouraging you? What happens when you're a gazelle and the lion's not chasing you anymore? You stop running. But what happens when you're a lion? When you're a lion, it does not make a difference. You realize that if your family is going to eat, that if that pack of lions is to survive, then you gotta go hunt. A part of being a beast just ain't eating a gazelle. A part of being a beast is the hunts. It's the hunt that they're excited about. They like to see the gazelles run. Then boom, they take off. Because real lions like to hunt. They love the process just as much as they love the prize. And some of y'all just want to score. You don't like the process. You're not in love with the process.
A true hunter's goal is not the prize. A true hunter's goal is to hunt. That's what they live for. They live to hunt. They don't just live to catch it. It's the whole process. When you are a true hunter, you don't go by time, you go by the gazelle. When you are a true hunter, you hunt until you get a gazelle, and you don't stop until you get one. And then you get another, and then you get another, and you get another.
If you're gonna do what you say you're gonna do, be what you say you're gonna be, you're gonna have to lion me out.
You a gazelle, you gonna come up short. You a gazelle, you gonna have an average experience. You a student, I need you in lion mode. You an entrepreneur, I need you in lion mode. You try to lose weight, lion mode. You can't do nothing significant in gazelle mode, nothing. Nothing impressive happens in gazelle mode. Nothing happens in run mode, give up mode, quit mode, scared mode, fearful mode, nothing happens. Everything happens in lion mode like I'm coming to get you.